We are back in the attic again. People of Gotham, Bane here, telling you how to hostage a city with nuclear weapons. Alright, Batman beat me by.
That one made you what?
Batman beat me by.
Oh.
Sorry.
All right.
The good thing Batman showed up and got rid of Bane there, right?
So, in case you guys are wondering, we have seen. Well, first off, welcome to the Attic Podcast, episode
Why is
1.
Charlie the host now?
I don't know. I just wasn't speaking.
Yeah,
Tim
so
Sandy's
it was-
not here.
Nope.
Danny's here. Charlie's here.
Unfortunately.
I took care of
Cheers.
it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
We've got
Cheers.
tea over here.
Oh, we got
lovely,
tea.
lovely
Cheers.
tea.
Tonight's brought to you by Arnold Palmer.
And green tea.
Yeah, green tea, delicious, especially when drunk like drunk like a
Drink. Drunk.
Drank's not a word.
Especially when being.
consumed like a true British.
There
man
you go.
on a plate and such.
A saucer.
Actually, you're right. A saucer.
Thank you.
A saucer plate. One would
So,
say.
I want to let you guys know that the first vibrator was invented during the Victorian era, and it was steam powered.
That seems really, really dangerous.
That is awesome, though.
I figured you would enjoy that.
That
Okay.
is awesome. Like everyone would know what is going on. Hold on, I gotta go put some wood in the fire and on
steam.
the boiler so I can.
Maid, put more steam power in there.
I need more.
Chop
power.
down that tree. I need more power. I don't know.
I
All right.
don't know.
So, but today on the episode, we're talking about Batman movie, which was marred by that tragedy in Colorado, which I feel we should mention. Just
Yeah, I wasn't really privy to that until
Yeah.
after I saw the movie.
yeah, I wasn't either, but I saw it.
Yeah.
Me and Charlie saw a marathon, so we had no idea. But I'm going to use this to get all political and say that's why we need gun laws. Strict gun laws.
Why? Guns don't kill people.
I'm calling for a ban on automatic weapons.
Why?
Because automatic weapons, no one should
Have
own.
you shot an automatic weapon?
No.
It's fun.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but you shouldn't be allowed to own one.
Why?
Should be heavily regulated. What's the point? Why would you need to own an automatic weapon?
It is already heavily
It
regulated.
needs to be banned.
It needs to be heavier.
Yes.
Trying to
All right.
gravitational pull.
But
of the
that's just
future.
me. All right. So, yeah, that kind of put a damper on the whole online discussion, at least, because no one really wanted to talk about Batman because they're all like, oh, my God, this tragedy happened.
Why is there a big online discussion with these type of movies?
Twitter was just about that.
Everyone was tweeting about it.
Yeah.
Were you tweeting?
No.
Sure as hell no, the Attic Podcast wasn't tweeting.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. But yeah, so that was kind of depressing after that movie.
Were you depressed about it?
No, it's just sad.
All right, so let's jump right into it. So you two gentlemen saw all three flicks one night.
Yes. $25.
So it started at 6 o'clock.
6:15.
Wow.
Charlie was
Were you
late.
guys prompt? No? One was prompt, one
I
was
was
not?
prompt, yes. I was there.
I had to work, so
I left work an hour early, but I came in an hour early, so it all worked out.
Wow. You can do that?
Yeah.
I don't, like, how do you do that? Like, I don't
I asked the
understand.
boss, hey, boss, can I come in an hour early? Sure, you can. Actually, first he says, he's got the mic in his mouth. Get that out of your mouth. It's like
Other
having a kid,
people
yeah.
have to use that.
yeah, but not you.
That's true.
So
That is a
it's
true
gross.
statement.
Did you buy it? No.
Yes.
Well,
I don't think you bought that one.
those came in a set, so I don't.
All right. Anyways, yeah, so I asked if I could leave an hour early, and then I took actually Friday off because we didn't get out till 3 o'clock.
I worked
so-
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, you're nuts.
No, I didn't work Saturday. I worked Friday.
Cool.
I drove for 17 hours on Friday.
That sounds like not fun.
Yeah, it really wasn't. Then I killed a deer.
Jerk.
Really?
Well, I didn't. So we're all going down to North Carolina. We got a minivan, and Brad decides to hit a deer.
Wow.
It was the scariest fucking thing in my life.
Oh yeah, well,
'Cause,
when
like,
the car just like shake and like,
Well, see, I was sleeping when it happened,
oh my god.
and so like I was sleeping in the front seat, and like so I took my glasses off when I was sleeping. So when I woke up after he hit the deer, at this point he's in the median between the two highways, and like still going quite fast, and like all
What
that
the car is?
no, it was like 4:30 in the morning.
No, but the car's in the middle of the median
Yeah, the van
in
was.
the grass.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And so I wake up and like all I can see is like it's all blurry and like I just see trees coming at us and I feel the van starting to go sideways and I'm like, this is the end.
It's scary.
This is legitimately. I was
Killed
like,
by a deer.
this is like I'm like this is.
How
the
did that
end.
happen?
What do you mean? Like the deer ran out in front of the
Yeah.
van.
How did he get in the median?
He drove into the median
He
to
tried to
avoid
the
a deer.
and
Yeah,
he went down.
it didn't work.
It was a grassy median, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was
Grassy
there
knoll.
was some trees though.
Oh yeah.
This is a
there
grassy
usually is.
knoll.
But-
That's what happened.
It fucked up the van pretty good though.
How many people were in this van?
5.
Oh wow, that's a crowded van.
Yeah. So like the van.
Did everyone blame Brad? Like, Brad, what are you doing?
No. He said he hit it slow, but I really think he hit it like doing like I don't know, like 70.
It's on
Nice.
the highway though, so I don't know.
Yeah, but like he saw it, like he goes, yeah, the deer was in the breakdown lane, and like I was in the high speed lane. I'm like, I would have fucking just went by going like 5 miles an hour. Like so, if he
Yeah.
hit it, it just would have been like, and just like
Well,
rolled up.
even 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, so what? We might have scratched something. 5 miles an hour wasn't gonna fucking like ruin the van like it did.
Who knows?
Like the fucking hood was bent, pushed the radiator in like 8 inches. We lost our air conditioner.
Did the car still run though?
It still ran, made some noises.
This was at night though, right?
4:30 in the morning.
All right. Well, at least it wasn't hot when you lost the air conditioner.
No, we were 50 miles away from where we needed to be. Out of an 800-mile trip, we made it 750, and then we hit a deer.
Well, at least you didn't hit it early when it was hot.
Where were you?
We're in North Carolina. at
You were
that
in
point.
North Carolina at that point?
Yeah,
Dude, if they're 50 miles out, I'm pretty sure they're in North Carolina.
yeah, we're in North Carolina.
What if they're on the border? What if this place is in the border of North Carolina?
Okay, fine. You're right.
Where
I'm
in North?
sorry.
You know where
I'm
in North
sorry.
Carolina
I'm
is
sorry,
it?
all
I
right?
was in High Point, if that helps you.
No, it doesn't.
No,
No.
no.
I didn't think it
Raleigh.
would.
I'm not Brett. Brett would know.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
So, and then we got lost coming back, and then so it was just awful. It was a long ride back.
Didn't you have like a convoy of buses though?
Yeah, it was 5 of
back?
us all coming back in buses.
Nice.
They get mad at you on the highway because we take 84. It's only 2 lanes.
Yeah.
We take 81 and 84, and they're both 2 lanes. And they get mad at you because, like, we constantly pass, like, the trucks and stuff, but it's, like, the slowest fucking pass ever because we're doing 70. The truck's doing 69.
Yeah.
So it's just, like, the slowest pass of 5 buses past this truck. So we're, like, we hold up traffic. Like, if you want to go fast,
Yeah.
we hold up traffic for probably, like, a half hour every time we pass something. If they're going relatively the same
yeah,
speed
if
as us.
it's like a tractor trailer.
Yeah,
It's almost like a road. You guys create like roadblocks.
Yeah, it's a rolling roadblock.
It's like the Road Warrior I'm picturing.
Yeah. We hit major fucking traffic though coming back. Like
What
6 times we had to stop. Like legitimately I stopped. I was in traffic. I'm like, I gotta pee. Threw it in park, pissed out the door.
Really?
Yeah, in traffic. And I had enough time to get back to my seat before
That's
it even
nuts.
rolled up. Like it was bad.
Wow.
It was bad.
That happened to me. I was on the way back from the Cape, and there was traffic somewhere, and everyone was getting out of the car. We sat there and had like 4 different conversations with people, just like talking for a while.
Oh, it's the other people in traffic. Hey, how you going?
Oh really?
Well, everyone came out and they're like, "What's going on? What's going on? Anyone see what's going on?" We all came up and converged. What do you think's going on? I don't know. Did you see a police officer? Did
People
you?
got out of their cars.
Everyone was out of their cars.
That's nuts.
The funniest thing is like, well, that must have been pretty bad, but I started to get bored, so I was like, I'm gonna hit Brad with my bus. And so like I started eaching up to him, and like everyone's looking like, cause the other lane was slowly rolling by at this point.
And you'd like tap them.
Yeah, I'm slowly inching up, but my mirrors were gonna hit his bus, like on the ones on the hood.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just said fuck it. So they ended up hitting him, like they bent out of the way, and then I hit him. And, like everyone's just like looking at me as I'm pushing him on the highway.
You sir.
That's what we get bored. We started riding the rumble strips like, and then like we started doing we're doing like 25 or something, but it was still in traffic, and they had cones because it was in construction. But the
Yeah.
construction site wasn't for like another mile and a half away,
Wow.
so we started doing slalom between the cones
You guys are nuts.
in buses. 5 buses all slalom.
That's nuts.
Granted, we didn't have we had
Very
only
professional.
we only had one full size bus. The rest of them
Oh,
were
they were little.
yeah. We had one like school van.
Yeah.
And then my bus, I didn't even know they fucking made it. It's like 3/4 of the length of a bus. Like they have a half bus,
Yeah.
which is
This
like,
is a short bus, right?
well, it's like it looks full size, but it's legit only half. And then mine was like 3/4, which I didn't even know they made one. And then we had one full. We had 2 halves, 1 3/4, and then 1 full.
What's
And
a
a van.
half though?
It looks like
half of a full bus.
yeah, it looks like a full size bus, but it's only half the length.
So it's a short bus, right?
No, but it's not as short as an actual bus.
Well,
It's
it's-
half of it. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay, that's because you're retarded. But it's all right.
I do have to tell you, truck stops are my favorite though.
Why?
They're just awesome.
You're just a trucker. At
I
heart.
just love truck
Dude,
stops.
I
You
watch
should just
out.
become a trucker.
Everything's so expensive though at truck stops.
You should be an ice
Hey.
cream trucker.
What kind of truck stop? Like the ones like Burger King and shit in it?
No, these are legit like southern truck stops.
What's
Like-
there?
Like Love's. That's a very common one. Is named Love's.
and it's some kind of restaurant or something?
Yeah,
Gas
like they have like a
stations.
restaurant in there, but it's like most of them are like not big names and stuff. And,
They're
like,
not restaurants like Burger King type places, just not Burger King, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have a lot of
Hey.
they have a lot of weird stuff in
They
there.
sell waffles.
Will you
Yeah.
just be cautious when you use the bathroom? You gotta watch out for glory holes at truck stops.
And I found two. So
Did you really?
yeah.
Nice.
Hmm.
Danny, you know what a
No.
glory hole is?
No.
Oh, Danny, how do
I-
you not know
Jesus.
I
what a
thought that
glory?
was a butthole.
No,
Oh my God.
Okay.
Glory hole is like if there's a hole in the bathroom wall,
Yeah.
and you stick
Like in between a stall, like you're in the middle stall,
Oh, so
like
then
the-
you can suck something.
or fuck it, whatever you want to do with it.
Typically, like I've never seen in the stall. All the ones I've seen are in the wall, so it protrudes into the girls' room. Because typically you want a girl sucking your dick.
That's
instead-
the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Not at truck stops though. Truck stops will have stall to stall.
I've never seen stall.
Oh,
Well, we know where Charlie.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of truck stops you're stopping
I
at.
frequent the gay clubs. I have no Bobby's place, and I think Taunton or something like that. Everyone should go.
That's cool. All right, so let's get on to the Dark Knight Rises.
So,
we
we
saw the marathon, me and Charlie. So Charlie disappeared to go smoke a cigarette and talk to his girlfriend. I mean, smoke a cigar and talk to his girlfriend during every intermission. So I was sitting by myself with a.
Was
Danny's
that-
really
around me.
fucking upset about it, which I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Like, why are you upset about like?
you know, we go together. We're going.
Yeah,
to-
but
to
why-
hang
you
out,
didn't-
And
you-
then I've got
He-
no one to
but
talk to.
the
whole
weird
time.
thing was,
Why didn't you
the
leave
weird
during-
thing was, like, he wasn't strapped down to the seat.
I didn't
He
wanna
wasn't.
move.
He free roaming. He could have left.
No, I didn't want to leave.
Why?
I might have lost my seat.
yeah.
Especially
So
towards
like,
the
how
other
did that
ones.
work? Like,
No, dude, we had a bunch of shit there.
so you could
I don't know.
you could-
There was one. Someone.
so you could
took
like
my-
throw down like some sweatshirts and stuff and like, these are
I don't have a
saved.
sweatshirt.
I'm
We
saying
didn't have
I'm
anything.
saying you could,
I could have if I had something,
but
No.
you didn't have anything.
So I waited for him. The other ones, I did risk it leaving after the end of the Dark Knight because I didn't want to have to go to the bathroom during Rises. So I did actually risk it while he was away.
Really?
Yeah.
You did before.
No, but if I knew, no, I did. I went to the bathroom when you came back.
Yeah, before. Yeah.
So was
No,
it-
but if I knew he wasn't gonna come, I would have brought a book or like headphones or something. If I knew he was.
how
not
long were
gonna
the
be there.
intermissions?
Half
Half
hour.
hour.
It didn't seem it to me. It seemed like 2 minutes.
It felt forever for me.
I'm sure it did.
Sorry.
Sitting there by yourself, twiddling
Yeah.
your thumbs.
Yeah. Feeling like a creep as people walking by. and
Was
there.
it? So was it full house?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Packed up?
Yep, packed like sardines.
Wow. Did you guys have good seats?
Oh.
What time did you get there? So it started at 6:15.
I got there at like 6:05.
Well, that's pretty late.
Yeah, and it was pretty full, so we had to sit where the
Ooh.
handicap seats are.
Oh, did way down low.
Yeah. So we were right on the thing. We didn't get the lower bowl, but we got right where the stadium ends, and
Yeah.
there's that walkway there. So,
So you did. So like you guys were in front of that gate, that railing, right?
yeah,
Down-
Yeah.
That's
There's a
pretty
railing down
fucking
there.
low, dude.
Yeah.
It
That's
wasn't
not.
too bad,
That's not
though.
good. That's not good seats.
No, actually, I enjoyed them. A lot of room. You know, we had room. Nobody next to us.
Yeah, they're easy to walk to.
So
that
there's
was
two seats there alone.
There were
No.
three, but we
good.
didn't.
3, and then the opening for the person. in
Yeah.
a
Did
wheelchair.
anyone fill in next to you?
No, that one seat was empty the whole time.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
that particular one.
we didn't like. Yeah, we didn't. It wasn't like we didn't let anyone sit there. They just never, because they were seating people like a lot. There was like in between both movies, they sat people.
Like ushers came in,
Yeah.
said like, "Hey, can you
well,
move over?"
Yeah.
Taking up
that
too much
happened
room?
once.
There was some.
Yeah.
No
Yeah. there was-
savesies?
well, no, there
Yeah.
was some seat lossage.
Seat lossage?
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
lose seats?
I don't know. It happened. People had to get people
No.
moved around and shit.
No, they moved around because there was openings and they were kind of sitting far apart, and then like people came in, so they had to squish them together.
No, dude, that
I
was
had that happen in one situation. One guy was like, "Hey, can you move down over there, guys?" And like they moved down, and they're like, "No, move down the other way, not that way," because they left an opening in the middle. It's like, "Could you move down?" It's like, "Okay, we'll move down this way." They moved the wrong way, and then it's like, "No, go the other way."
the
We
people
need two
behind
seats."
us.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was funny. No, but then there was this girl. Remember the big girl?
The tank. lady?
Yeah.
She looked like it.
She was talking about how her and her friend got into a fight with some dude because they stole his seats.
Oh well, yeah. I
Can't
didn't see that
everyone just
happen.
get along?
Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, how does that happen? Like, how do you?
Because people walk in the middle of the theater and no one left anything there, so that they lost their seats.
So
you know?
what? Like, they didn't see the Batman?
Yeah, they didn't see
Begins?
Begins. They came in late, like you did to Begins or something.
What
I
time
don't
did
know.
you show up?
No, I
It was
understand.
like 6:30.
Wait a minute. I understand.
6:30.
Yeah,
Was
he
the
missed
movie
like
replaying?
15 minutes. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I had to work.
10,
Oh.
15 minutes. He
Alright.
missed. I don't know.
I would have fucking bailed out early for this.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I tried.
Sure you kid.
Yeah, but all right. So getting on to the crowd review.
Oh
though.
God.
Was a good crowd.
There's actually there's a couple, jerks who are laughing too loud. There's a lot of people laughing too loud during the rises that bothered me because it wasn't that funny. I don't think some of those jokes. And then there was a couple times
What
people
jokes are in
clapped.
Batman Rising?
There's Catwoman tells quips, and Michael Caine's got
All right, we'll get into
jokes.
that though.
whatever. But people also clapped a few times during the movie. But a couple times I was like, all right, I'm okay with that happening. And like people clapped when Begins happened. But I mean, they're all pretty hardcore going here, so I can deal with the clapping.
Yeah, I was okay with the clapping during like Dark Knight and
Like even at the end of
Begins.
Begins, I'm sitting next to Charlie in the part where he's like, "Hey, I never thanked you for it," and then I said kind of loudly, "And you'll never have to," and like it was pretty quiet. No one was clapping anything, so like Charlie started laughing.
I died laughing because he did that. It was
Yeah.
funny. What was the crowd review? Did he put a crowd review in for that?
No. Good.
Oh, you don't keep crowd.
No.
Review. What was your crowd review though?
What we don't have numbers. I just given. So I don't know. It was an okay crowd.
Yeah,
I'm fine with
I
it.
didn't. Yeah, crowd didn't bother me at all.
No, you liked
No,
it.
they didn't take away from anything at all to me.
They added a few times, but people laughing at things that aren't funny.
You know
so
what?
much.
You know what I liked about the crowd is they kind of helped along the first two movies, in my opinion.
Oh no, I was riveted. I was more riveted to the first two than I was to Rises.
That's a different story for a different
All right.
point in time in this podcast.
So we don't actually have on here what you guys gave for Batman. We need a score.
For Rises,
No,
first two?
The first two, yeah.
Oh well, all right. So the first one's 6. Batman
6?
Begins 6.
Yep.
6
Mark
and
me
a
down
half.
for a
No,
6.
No, 6.5.
6.5.
No, I'm a 6. Sorry,
Mm.
he's a 6.5. That's fine.
I'm a 6.5.
This is out of 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what they mean? We filled those in as well.
Yeah, I was there last week.
Oh, you were there for that week? Yeah. It's
6.
tough to remember.
6.
Okay.
6.
And then Dark Knight, I'm going with a 6.5 too.
Hold on, I
Well,
have to-
both 6
hold
and a
on,
halves.
hold on that one. I have to fill in a thing.
That's cool, but I'm telling you that
You going 6 on that?
6.5 on the Dark Knight too.
And what do you
It
do?
was. I'm doing 6.5 on Dark Knight as well.
All right.
All right, so we know what he likes. He likes the Joker.
So-
Joker is one of the best characters ever in any movie. Doesn't matter if it's villain or
And Jerry Robinson, the
good
creator
guy
of
or
the
just
Joker,
character in
died
any
recently.
movie. It doesn't have to be a comic book movie, whatever. Just a brilliant masterpiece of act performance of a character.
That's cool. All right, so yeah.
It was
What do you think about the first two, Kimball? Where is your
See, I I don't know the first one good enough to really,
Liam Neeson?
yeah,
You don't remember Liam?
to really give it a
Is Ra's al Ghul immortal?
See, that's
Are
my
his methods
See,
supernatural?
that was my problem with the third one, like, cause like I never ended up watching the DVD you gave me, which I really wish I
well,
did.
you don't really have to for this one. I don't really think you need to see the Dark
See,
Knight.
like, I don't-
except know Rachel died. That's all you need. To
See,
know.
I didn't remember like he referenced Ra's al Ghul a few times, and I don't really like.
That's Begins though.
Yeah, but that's like a big guy. I thought you would remember. You know?
I just know the name, like I couldn't like.
I thought Liam Neeson did such a good job that like that's still. I mean I saw all three.
See, I
so
don't even-
that performance sticks in my mind.
I don't like. I know I didn't see Batman Begins at the theater.
Yeah, most people didn't. You guys are all a bunch of.
He saw Dark Knight in the theater
Yeah.
and fell asleep twice.
I did fall asleep. I saw that really late though.
Twice.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. So you're now you don't remember Begins enough to give it a.
What
Can you stop it?
Seriously.
What's your
Sorry.
Yeah. So you didn't You didn't see Begins. You don't remember enough to give it a rating.
Nah, I don't feel comfortable giving it a
All right,
rating.
what about The Dark Knight?
The Dark Knight? I'd probably give it a 6.
6.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we saw them right in a row, and like I was still like I noticed a couple things about the movie, like the truck in The Dark Knight that Joker's like shooting rockets out of. It actually says Haley Circus on the side, which is a reference to where Dick Grayson's from and stuff, which is cool. And then I also noticed they had the character Zsasz, who people know from the Batman Arkham games.
Mhm.
Like he's a small villain who showed up. I didn't notice that before. And then they had Joe Chill, the guy who kills Batman. They actually named him Joe Chill. In
Joe
Batman
Chill?
Yeah. That
He's
was actually his name in Begins, the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They kind of used it as a John Doe initially type name, but then they actually made a character called Joe Chill. And then they've kind of forgot about it now, but yeah, that's pretty dumb that they used Joe Chill as an actual name.
So-
which is funny.
Yeah, I spaced out there for a second. I was looking at the list here of your movie ratings
Yeah, whatever.
because I was letting you talk.
All right, I don't care.
You're a jerk. Did we
You're
ta-
a jerk for not listening.
No, I was letting like I know what
Go,
you're talking about. Did
go.
you talk about Zaz?
Yes.
Okay.
I
making
just
sure.
mentioned it. You know
Yeah.
what? You're out of control. Okay. Yep. So Kimball, how was your audience?
Actually, real quick, I mean, I sat in the Lux,
Yeah.
so it's a little different anyways.
yeah. Was it still? When did you go?
Saturday.
So you went after the incident happened.
After
so was
the
it
incident.
still crowded?
It was packed.
Yeah.
Full house.
That's
Nope.
good. That's good to see.
They still sat like the way low right in front of the screen.
Yeah, yeah.
That was full too.
the lower bowl
Yeah.
area is what I call it.
The worst. Why,
That's good
Where
that-
do you get the bowl thing from?
Danny,
You
it's
know,
kind
they-
of a bowl. Yeah,
They
no.
call it like in sporting stadiums. They kind of tier it, and people call that the lower bowl in stadiums a
right.
lot.
Yeah.
So I just move it over.
So, I don't think you've ever sat in Lux level, right?
No, I don't want to eat while watching a movie.
No,
Like
it's
silence.
that's
without
fine.
People
And
pestering me.
not only that, but I don't think you'd like it anyway.
No, I went
The lighting up there,
too bright.
yeah,
See, have you sat in the front row in Lux?
yeah, sat front row.
Oh, see, like I sat in front. Like this is my second time in Lux, and the last time I was like off to the side. This time I was front row, almost in the middle. That seat was taken. Fucking, I got the tickets a month ahead of time, and the seats like right square in front of the screen was taken already
Wow.
for Lux at least.
You know,
How early did you get there?
Oh, it doesn't matter because they seat you.
oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, I got there like a half hour early. They're still cleaning the theater, so.
Yeah.
But
Who'd you go with?
my girlfriend.
All right. It was just you and her.
Yeah.
Alright.
So like, I mean, like this one, it was a different theater than the one before. The one before, like I thought it was awful quiet.
Yeah.
This one was much louder. They had I don't know if they had it turned up.
Just in terms of the volume from the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean, it seems always to sound like the speakers kind of like stopped right before they got up to the next level anyways.
Yeah.
But it was just wicked loud.
Well, Batman has that loud bass. In
it was
the score
loud
a lot.
anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
So that wasn't an issue. And lighting seemed a lot better this time than it was last time
Yeah,
as
so
well.
it might have just been a better theater. Maybe.
I think it was because I went
Yeah.
from 4 to 5, and maybe 5 is just better than 4. I don't
Yeah.
know. And but no, I had no complaints. Like
Right,
with
that-
the audience,
good to
everyone
hear.
eating was very quiet.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get issues. Like I might have been a little loud because I was chewing ice, but
Now, if I was watching the movie with you and you were chewing,
well, I
I'd
tried to be
probably
quiet
freak
because
out.
like I
I
mostly
still
like
would have freaked out.
I still would like I just because I had glass, so it's wicked a lot
Yeah.
quieter than plastic cups,
Yeah.
and so like I would slowly just let it roll in there, and I would just let it melt.
Oh,
my-
wait, no, glass is definitely.
yeah,
No.
glass is
Glass.
louder. How is glass not louder?
it's
Sorry.
it's not as loud.
Depends on how you
No, I-
drink.
I disagree.
Your plastic cups, you don't know how to drink.
It's just so much better though, cause like I'm there, I'm like I'm thirsty, and so I just tap a button. The guy comes out. I'm like, oh, can I get a water? Thank you.
Oh, there's a button.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So like anything you want during the whole movie, like halfway through, Kristen's like, I want some popcorn. She just tapped the button. We got popcorn.
That's good for the popcorn, because I always eat the popcorn.
The shame,
before
the
movie.
only thing is like movie theater popcorn. It's like it's pretty good, except sometimes it seems old.
Yeah,
like, it's
well,
been s-
because they got the big vat of
Yeah,
stuff
it's been
that they
sitting
just
there,
make it in.
and so like the Lux level, I thought would have it like its own thing. It doesn't. It's the same.
Yeah,
Like,
the
I
Lux
th-
level popcorn I think is actually worse for some reason.
I think there's like either they have their own machine or the guy walks downstairs and gets it and walks back upstairs.
it seems more stale to me. Like they
That's
already
the-
have it ready.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's
Yeah.
bad in Lux. The food I think is great.
I haven't really had the. Actually, I had the
They don't have a big spread though.
Yeah.
the
Well, I
Captain
wouldn't agree with
Crunch fingers. Like chicken
Really?
fingers and
I-
Captain Crunch is the batter.
I didn't see
That
that.
sounds
Oh my
awful.
god, no! Fucking one of the most delicious things in the entire world.
Isn't Captain Crunch peanut butter?
Depends on the Captain Crunch.
Yeah, it's just regular Captain Crunch. It's a peanut butter Captain Crunch.
What is regular Captain Crunch? What would you categorize? Sweet?
Like a sugary.
That sounds awful.
cereal.
No, it's more plain tasting, you know.
That just
But
doesn't sound good to me.
Dude, one of the greatest things
Well,
I've ever
like
eaten in my
Captain
entire
Crunch
life.
doesn't sound good.
No,
or
Captain Crunch by itself,
Yeah.
chicken, like deep fried chicken, does not sound
Yeah.
good to me.
No, it's great. It's the
I-
bread.
I think
it's
it
the
could
breading.
work. It
Instead
could
of-
work, but I don't like it.
Do they give you like weird? They'll give you like milk to dip it in.
So speaking of Lux level, I was a little surprised they did the marathon in a movie in one of the theaters without Lux level.
I'm not surprised at all. They want the Lux level for
Dude, you know what?
paying patrons.
I would have paid $100 to see that in all three in Lux.
You would have paid it. You're
Dude,
nuts.
those seats are
Why'd you pay 100?
so much better.
Yeah, like what are you talking about? They want the paying patrons to sit in Lux. I don't,
For 9 hours, they're only getting 25. But if they have that open, they
no,
have,
dude, that
like,
would be the
3
point. I don't think
showings.
they would make it $25.
All right, yeah, for more expensive, they could do it. But
Yeah, that's
they
what I'm
don't
saying.
know if they
Yeah,
get
they're
peop-
always-
but they have no idea if they'll get the Lux in that theater, and they don't want to open it up to people to buy it and then sell one Lux ticket, and then like.
I would
only one
personally,
person
I'd do
come.
it.
I would do it.
Yeah,
well-
I think you would make loads of money
If it was
off
I
it,
bet
yeah.
$100 because it's double the price. It's was it 20? It's 20.
I wouldn't do. I think they do 50.
I mean, it's $25 a ticket for Lux as it is.
So yeah, like
That's
double that. So it'd be
outrageous.
50.
Yeah, but it's $25 a Lux, but then you
But
get
food's expensive though.
not really. It's average, I would say.
Yeah, it's average.
You save you get $5 off of your order.
Actually, the one time I want to go to Lux level is if I ever go again, is with John Lepresti.
Beer's pretty good price too. It's $5 a beer.
But our mutual friend, former podcastee when he was here,
He was on one episode.
Alumni.
alumni.
The alumni.
He is in the military and he actually gets a military discount, $7 tickets.
For Lux?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Oh wow,
That's
I'm
totally-
joining the military.
Yeah, that's
just for that.
totally worth it.
Right?
Yeah.
$7? I would do it. Even if I don't
Does
get
he
food.
does he still get the voucher? The food voucher?
I don't know.
Who knows?
It doesn't matter to me.
Once you say you can get another $5. I mean, that's a free beer right there. So I mean, I really enjoy the Lux because like
The seats are some of the most comfortable
the
things
seats
you've ever
are
sat in
so
your life.
nice.
I don't have a problem with the general.
I don't like the
audience.
general seats.
And it's roomy too. A lot
Hey.
more
Oh,
roomier.
yeah.
They're a lot better those seats than older theaters
I see-
because they got the stadium now.
I like North Attleboro seats better.
You're nuts.
Like my neck hurts me on those general admission seats in Foxborough.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
I'm disagreeing with
I
you,
know
man.
I'm probably in the minority with that.
I think you probably are since that's an older theater and this is a new one.
I just
so they
don't.
Probably,
Those seats just bother me. Like I need like a pillow or something. It's weird.
That's weird.
It is.
That
I
weird.
agree. It is. They just hurt my neck.
All right.
But up in the Lex, they got like a big cushy pillow. And
So
I kinda
yeah.
kick
So
back.
before
and they're like double wide chairs for like fat people.
yeah. So we saw Batman Begins and Dark Knight before Dark Knight Rises. And I think the best part was that I got to see both these movies. I never saw Batman Begins in theater. I did see Dark Knight in theater. But just to get to see
What a noob.
just to get to see them in theaters again was totally worth it because
Yeah,
there's such
to me it's worth it because I love how big that screen is.
yeah. Plus these movies are so great on the theater screen anyway because they're bigger movie. You know,
So wait,
Christopher Nolan likes his movies to be big.
hold on.
you
Let
know,
me just cut in for 1 sec. So you guys, the theater you guys were in was the Lux level theater?
no,
No Lux level.
Oh,
no Lux level.
All right. All right.
But it was one of the bigger theaters they have there because they have a couple theaters that are a little
Some are
smaller.
real small.
Like theater 1 is like I think like 50 people maybe.
Like
Yeah, it's
the
like a
one-
half theater.
Because the one I was in was like 363. It says it like on the door.
Oh really?
That's
yeah,
pretty
Yeah,
big.
that's the Lux levels are the biggest theaters.
I think they
there.
only have like was it 4?
I think 3.
Really? It could
Yeah.
be. I don't know. So all right, go ahead, continue.
Maybe 2.
So
I think
it
there's
was
at least
great.
3.
It was great to see those two again in the theaters because they're big movies. You know, big places, big scenes.
Big
They
production.
filmed with IMAX
Yeah.
cameras, so it's bigger.
And it's not, and I don't mean it's like big and there's a lot going
Yeah, we
on.
get it. It's big. It's grand. All right, we get it.
But you know what, dude? You are a fucking dickhead.
You're just saying the same thing over and over again.
No, I'm not.
What's your point?
It's a big
movie. It's good to see it again. Go on.
I don't have a point. Oh, it's a big movie. It's a big movie. It's a big movie. It's a big movie. I'm gonna just say this for the rest of the podcast
Okay.
to piss
All
you
right.
off.
No, but before the movie, I was looking forward to seeing the Man of Steel
So-
trailer, and they showed the Man
Yeah,
of Steel.
well, I was
trailer
gonna get
with-
to that.
with Kevin Costner in front of it doing the voiceover because he's Pa Kent.
He wanted to see the Russell Crowe one.
Yeah, he's playing. Russell Crowe's playing Jor-El,
Need some
the
tea.
same one that Marlon Brando played in the original Superman movies with Christopher Reeves. So that's pretty good casting in my estimation. But what did you
Yeah.
think of the trailer, though?
for the Man of Steel.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It was like I don't understand like there's like they're showing some guy crab boating. Is that like that younger guy? Is he the Man
Yeah,
of
that's
Steel?
Superman.
Like it's like I don't know like.
I don't know why he's crab boating either. That doesn't make
Like
sense.
I
to
think
me.
they could have done like I understand like it's like a
Like,
very
I-
like
I get when they show the scene where he's hitchhiking.
Yeah,
all right,
that makes-
sense.
that's
'cause
okay.
He's
I'm
like
okay with that.
exploring the world or whatever. But why would he choose to be a crab fisherman in like
I don't know like
an old area?
I just feel like it was like such like I mean
It
how
is
long
a
have-
teaser, though.
like, how long have they been filming? Like I mean I understand like they can't show like anything but like
I don't know if they're done filming yet. Yeah, I actually don't know. I think they might have wrapped.
I mean are we gonna see like him crab boating in the actual movie?
Probably. I would assume so.
I mean I don't know.
I don't know how much they'll spend on
Yeah,
that.
I mean, well, you know what? Danny's right. If you sit here and you're like, "What did you think of the trailer?" You're not giving it justice because it's not a trailer. You're gonna sit there and think, "Oh, like they show stuff." No, it was a teaser trailer.
yeah, but
They teased it.
do you really want to see?
Yeah, but they could have teased it differently, you know?
I thought.
No,
it was
I
a
like the way
pretty
they
good
teased.
teaser.
I like the way they teased it too.
I like the part with the kid with the
Yeah,
with the
it just
cape.
showed somebody growing
That's
up,
cool.
and then all of a sudden it shows just Superman like blasts through the crowds. I actually did like it as a teaser trailer. I agree.
Yeah, the final shot is good of Superman just flying up in
Yeah,
outer
that was
space.
sweet.
It was pretty good. But I guess they've shown other footage with Superman like sort of like walking across clouds and stuff, like Jesus walking across water type thing. But yeah, and I think the guy looks pretty good as Superman, except
I
with
agree.
the beard. I mean, Superman doesn't have a beard. I don't even think Superman can grow a beard.
Like
but,
how does he cut it then?
he
I mean you can't shave it off, right?
well in some
What?
We can't shave it
in
because
some issues of the comic, they show Superman. He's got like a glass, and he uses his eye beams, shoots the glass,
Oh,
and then
to
shoots it on
reflect it
his
back?
face. Yeah,
How come he can't shave it off?
because he's indestructible.
so like a razor blade wouldn't cut it.
It's just hair. I think his hair can be.
His hair is part of him. I don't even think he could grow hair. I don't know.
Does his hair grow? It's just like that one natural dude. It's it.
He's
That's
just got,
true.
he's just
He
got
was-
the Jerry curl.
He
that's
came
it.
out of the womb
So-
like that.
Jerry curl.
So I enjoyed that.
I liked how they used that Lord of the Rings music too. That was
I did like
pretty good
that.
music.
I did like that music too. I just tried to look that up before we started recording.
Just that music.
yeah.
That was a bad rendition of the music.
So
That really was.
But yeah,
So when is that expected to come out?
June 2013.
2013.
So you having high hopes for that?
I'm
Are we looking at a trilogy again?
I'm optimistic. Who knows what they'll do? I don't know.
Like
they
so,
just
like
want Superman movies.
we'll find out. Like if it does
No.
like a killer, we'll get. I mean, we'll definitely get a second one.
Superman movies always do really well at the box office. Like even though no one likes Superman Returns, it's still sold really well.
I mean,
So-
like, cause like they didn't know like when the first Batman came out, they didn't know it was gonna sell like it did. I mean,
no,
they
they
know-
had hopes. They definitely
I
had
mean-
hopes.
I mean,
The
they knew-
first
they-
Batman didn't sell that great though, did it?
it made enough to warrant a sequel.
Yeah, but it wasn't like gangbusters like the other two did.
Yeah, but they
No.
knew it was gonna do great, but they didn't know it was gonna be like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
You
Well,
know-
I mean, the other Batman movies in the past did pretty good too.
Me and Danny had this conversation though. The second one, it wouldn't have done as well as it did if Heath Ledger didn't die.
Probably not, but I mean, it still had a lot
Not
of.
that it wouldn't have done
good word
enough.
of mouth.
Not that it wouldn't have done enough
Yeah.
to.
It wouldn't have broke a record and made like 170 million. It probably would have made 100 million.
It would have.
And
Like
even at that, I think
Emerson.
it would have made at the end. When you look at the end numbers, it would have made enough. I just think like the opening night numbers wouldn't have been as good.
It would have been interesting
Because
though.
what would have happened was, like that, the diehards would have seen it the first night, and then you would have gotten all the
Yeah.
reviews and everything coming out. People like, I have to see this
Well,
performance.
Begins got a really good review too.
but everyone went to see it just because Heath Ledger died, not because they thought.
I don't know if people saw it. I mean, I'm sure some people did, but I don't know if that was such a big push.
That was a huge-
That definitely pushed people who don't really care that much.
Why?
It's
'Cause,
no
like-
big thing. But I mean, there was good
by-
word of mouth on Begins, and a lot of people did see Begins, so definitely it was going to make more money. But this kind of, I would say probably 10 to 20 million more, maybe because of the death.
I think it would be interesting to see like if he didn't die, if like they would have a Joker cameo in the third one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because
that
like
would
I
be cool.
assume they would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they had a Scarecrow cameo in the Rises.
And
He was the judge, right?
Yeah.
All right.
well, I want to know if they were gonna go. I personally believe that the third one would have been completely different if if Heath Ledger was still alive.
I don't think they would have done the Joker again, though.
Not the Joker. You don't have to do the Joker. You could still have him in jail or something.
Yeah, but
I think
like,
the
he
thing-
he wouldn't be an antagonist in it, really. He'd have like a cameo, maybe like Scarecrow in The Dark Knight.
No,
Rises.
no,
the
I
first Dark Knight,
disagree. I
Scarecrow's at the
disagree.
beginning.
Oh yeah.
Well,
He would have been like
what
a
would
t-
be
I-
the story point? There's no story point to have the Joker back. He came back. He challenged Batman. He led to the downfall of Harvey Two-Face. Like, there's no reason to bring the Joker back. There's no story reason to bring it back.
Because at the end of that movie, he says, "I'm going to bring Gotham a whole new class of villain."
Yeah, I'm gonna try to bring Gotham a whole new class of criminal. It
Right, but
deserves
you could-
better. But he's captured. The point is.
But stop, because what happens, right? He dies.
gets captured.
Heath Ledger dies, right?
Yeah.
And the storyline to start out The Dark Knight Rises was that there was no crime and the city was completely clean for like 8 years,
Well,
right?
It was lower. It was lower crime.
Yeah, and I don't think that would have happened if Heath Ledger was still alive.
He'd be in jail.
No, I'm sorry. I believe there would
He
have
was
been
in jail.
No,
there's no
He was in
there's
j-
no story reason to have him exist outside of Arkham.
I agree with Danny on
They,
that.
they
I
had
don't-
his storyline played out. He's just an agent of chaos.
I mean-
He made chaos. He's done. There's no reason to
right.
bring
I
him
don't
back.
think I'm not saying he would be the main bad guy. He'd be like Talia.
No, he would be like Crane at the beginning.
No,
of The
he would
Dark
be
Knight.
like Talia.
For what reason? I don't know what reason it'd be to have him do that.
Because he would create a whole new class of villains. He would be in jail. He would
A
be
new
in jail.
class of criminal. Yeah, he did that.
He would be in jail, but he would be like running things from jail, if
sure.
you will.
Okay. Let's get on to The Dark Knight, though. What did you think of The Dark Knight Rises?
I liked it. There's like, I just ran into the issues of like not remembering like, Ra's al Ghul when that got brought up.
Was that the only thing that you didn't remember
Pretty
and you felt
much.
lost about, really?
There's like one or two things that was like,
Do you remember what they were?
no, this is the Ra's al Ghul is the only one that sticks in my head.
No. What about when you saw Liam Neeson? Did that?
I don't
You
even remember
remember?
that. I don't even. So that makes me think. I don't even know if I saw the first one.
You
I know.
probably did.
I know I've seen parts of it.
Yeah,
but I
it's
don't
on
know if I've
TV a
seen.
bit.
I don't know if I've seen the whole thing.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? When that first one came out, I didn't really know anything about it. Didn't really care.
So who did?
And then I sat down one night. My parents rented it or something. I sat down and watched. I'm like, this is the greatest movie ever. And then like I had to see The Dark Knight, and I've been obsessed ever since I saw that.
So like Ra's al Ghul was the villain in the first one.
Yeah, he pretty much trained Bruce Wayne in like martial arts stuff at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then he tried to destroy Gotham, and he failed because Batman stopped him. So now his daughter is taking up the mantle.
See, like I don't think I saw.
Spoilers too. I'm sorry.
Sorry, because like when I saw him, I'm like, oh wow, Liam Neeson. So I don't think I've seen the first one.
Yeah.
So you don't have it on DVD though.
It's gone. I have no idea where it went, which is
Yeah.
good because now I can
Now you can
upgrade
get it on
to
Blu-ray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gives me a reason to buy a new one. Yeah. So my thoughts on it is it felt a little predictable to me and like slow in spots. Like the dialogue wasn't as snappy.
See,
I think it's The Dark Knight to me.
My problem going into it is I just knew a lot about the movie. Like I knew he was going to break his back.
Well, we didn't really know it, but I mean,
Everyone said that he was going to break
like
his
everyone
back.
was. That's the problem. The things I was thinking were going to happen actually happened. It's not that I saw too much. I think maybe I just
See,
too much.
like
too much was predictable to me.
I don't know. I just knew like from like different podcasts and stuff. Like I just knew a lot going into it,
Yeah.
and
And with me telling you, hey, Talia al Ghul is marrying Coulthard. Like I've been calling that for a while.
yeah.
But
So I was confused also, right?
yes,
By like the girl that stabbed him at the end.
yes.
Who is she?
Talia al Ghul, the daughter of Ra's al Ghul.
Because
And
like
Ra's al
she
Ghul
looks
was the
very
mercenary
similar.
Who got left behind.
She looks very similar to the girl who
in Inception.
no. Well, yes, but that's
The
her.
Vivian and
'Cause she is.
But she looks very similar to the one that they bring in to buy the power plant.
Yeah, she is the one.
What the
What do you
hell?
mean power plant?
The
The nuclear weapon
yes,
thing?
that woman that they
that's
look
who it
they look
is.
kind of similar.
They are the same person.
it's the same person.
Wait, all right. So
Miranda Tate
all
and Talia al
wait
Ghul are the same.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
so
dude.
now I'm fucked up even more.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
So
bad,
she
dude.
she
So she was scamming the whole
yes,
time.
she was
Yes.
scamming Bruce Wayne the whole time.
It was Talia al
All right.
Ghul.
That's why it's
That
a big
helps.
reveal.
That
when
helps.
it's a big reveal. What? Why would you do that? Ugh.
So that helped me out because
Twist.
all right, because I thought it was a different person because like her hair was different and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. She had like a beret.
Yeah,
when she,
so like
shows up
I was
at the end.
confused.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay. Now
So-
you know more about it.
whew, that helped.
So
So she did that because she was working with Ra's al Ghul, or she's
the
her daughter.
Yeah.
And so she's getting back at Batman so she really did want to buy it anyways.
No, she wanted that fusion reactor,
Right.
And she wanted to go off to destroy Gotham,
Right.
That's pretty much.
So,
she
like,
wanted to
if-
finish her father's work and destroy.
So even if she ended up getting it earlier on before all this shit broke
Yeah.
loose, she was going to blow it up anyways.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
but the only thing I don't get is so they get the bomb back, and I like initially when they first take over Gotham, they get the bomb. Why don't they just blow it up then? Why did they wait the month for it to actually blow up? Did they just want to like add insult to injury and watch Gotham like go into chaos?
What do you-
and then they want it to blow up?
What do you mean?
Because there's a month before the bomb goes off.
Like,
where
so when-
Bane's like running the place.
So the city was in chaos for a month.
yeah,
Like, why didn't they just blow it up right away?
yeah. Like I don't know why they waited.
How could they? Oh, I mean the villain.
Yeah,
Oh,
just like the. Maybe the reactor wouldn't have gone off because it wasn't producing. It
Yeah.
was just maybe that's it.
maybe. I think
Like its containment field could only hold it for that long, and then it went off. Like they didn't know how to set it off, so maybe that's why they waited. All right, it makes a little more sense to me now.
I don't know. Maybe they just didn't. Maybe it was just like more the threat of it going off.
Yeah, well then they wanted to just like people watch Gotham destroy itself
Yeah.
on CNN or whatever.
And then plus too, like that whole bridge scene, like they were keeping out like the National Guard because
Which I liked was because that's like a reference to Batman No Man's Land, where like a earthquake happens and like Gotham's cut off from the rest of the world,
Yeah.
and then they just
I see-
fight stuck on the
I thought it
island.
was kind of weird too, because like you always think of Gotham like it's its own city and like its own like
universe. Yeah,
Yes.
I agree.
And
It
then,
just
like-
doesn't seem like it's within some country. And I know
Yeah.
it's like I know that everyone speaks American and English, whatever, but like,
Speaks American.
but it just doesn't. It doesn't seem like it's part of the United States. It just seems
Right.
like its own universe. Even you
and
know?
when they brought in the president and stuff, I'm like, whoa,
Oh, yeah,
that just seemed weird
The thing that
because like
felt
they would
weird-
always go like to the commissioner or whatever.
yeah, or the mayor.
Right,
who
right,
dies.
right. And it just seemed weird that the president got involved.
The weirdest thing for me is they had a shot of the New York City like waterfront in there. Like they used a lot like it was
when they were
shot-
blowing up the bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like direct New York City, like with like the Freedom Tower over there. I'm like, this takes me right out because like in Begins, it feels like
I
a
didn't see the
fictitious
Freedom
city. Well, it's sort of in there, like
Yeah.
right on that front water. But like in Begins, it feels like a fictitious city, like with all like the narrow alleyways and like the multi-layered cities. And then in the second one, you could definitely tell it was Chicago. I only really know that because I played Project Gotham Racing, and one of the maps was in Chicago, so that's how I recognized it. But like New York's such an iconic like waterfront that like I recognized it immediately, and it took me out of the movie when I saw that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, the third one?
Yeah.
When they were blowing up the bridges.
He used 4 cities though.
Yeah, he used Pittsburgh and something else, whatever. No, but he had a direct shot of the New York City waterfront.
Yeah, I know.
which that
Did
took
you-
me-
What did it aggravate you? So like Catwoman was in the movie, right?
Yeah.
And Catwoman knew who Batman was, Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
and like every
Well,
time
she didn't know initially.
Yeah, but towards
then-
the end.
Yeah, like when she sells him out to Bane, she knew.
Right. Right, but it was actually this was after that when she's helping him again,
Yeah.
and I just didn't understand like why is he still doing the voice when he's talking to her in the suit?
He doesn't want to break
You don't
character.
break character. Yeah, you really.
Or
It's,
if someone down the road like saw him, why is Batman talking like Bruce Wayne now?
I don't know. I
no,
mean,
it's true.
I don't
It's,
know.
no, that is true though. Like even though he's just talking to her, like you don't want to talk to her in public as Batman without talking like Batman.
Yeah.
Even when he tells Gordon, where he's like, "All you did was put a jacket on a little kid or whatever," when he basically tells him he's Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
like he still does it in the voice.
And
too,
then he even
so.
does it in Batman Begins too when he says something to Katie Holmes or Rachel. Who are you? And he gives him a line that she gave.
Oh yeah,
It's not about what's on the inside.
Yeah, but the kid's over there too.
See,
so.
I thought Gordon knew who
The
he
kid, I don't
was.
yeah, but the kid wouldn't realize it. I don't think the kid would put together the Bruce.
Yeah, I
Willis.
don't know in that movie why Gordon didn't figure it out when like Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character like knew like immediately
Yeah.
at the beginning of the movie.
See,
I
like,
didn't really like that he knew like immediately. He just shows up, hey, bring up the Harvey Dent thing, Batman.
yeah. Just going into it though, I thought Gordon already knew though.
Oh, well, I didn't think that from the last one. So
No, I would agree if it was just like I know, I just had a hunch, but like he gave his reasons for understanding why it was Bruce Wayne,
who did?
Who?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
That he saw the fake smile when he visited the orphanage.
Yes.
That's the only reason. Hey, that guy's got a mask on right now. His persona is a mask. He must be Batman. Like that. That seems like.
What'd you guys think of
logical
Jason
leap to me.
Gordon-Levitt?
Awesome.
I thought he was okay. His character, I think, was the worst part of it. Just like how he fit into the story.
What? That's crazy.
Why? What didn't you like about it?
He just didn't seem really that interesting. I mean, he kind of just sort of
Wait, he
shows up, and then he like.
You didn't think it
He's
was interesting how?
Gordon.
it-
It's
No,
like
you know what he didn't
protege.
like? You know what he didn't like? That he was called Robin.
Yeah, I didn't like at the end. That's a nitpick. But no, I just didn't feel like he's sort of like the audience, I think, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And I also didn't like that they dropped Michael Caine's character. He just kind of like, I'm sorry, Master Wayne, I've got to leave you. And then he just...
That was
that's
such a bad scene when he was there, like crying when he's dead. He did awful at that. I
Oh,
thought.
I didn't think that was a thing.
What?
I thought he's
Excuse me? Get out. Do not insult Michael Caine, Sir Michael Caine, in my presence.
I just thought like no,
I thought-
he's good. Don't get me
They
wrong.
had the
Just when he was-
lines from Tale of Two Cities.
When he's just crying at his grave, I thought he did really bad with that.
Oh, I disagree, but it's okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
Michael Caine overacts a little bit.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it was overacting, but I just didn't think it was great. I think Jason Gordon-Levitt though was
You could tell the Russian to apply her own bloody suntan lotion.
Yeah, that's The Dark Knight.
Sorry, I don't know how that just happened.
Okay.
I think he was good though. Like I think it was interesting how like he progressed as like a regular patrol officer, then he became
Yeah, and then he gets disillusioned with the police and leaves.
I-
and
yeah.
becomes like the future Batman.
One problem
Yeah.
I had with the movie was I didn't like Catwoman really. She was just kind of okay.
I thought she was good.
But the thing is she was necessary.
Yeah, she was. I mean,
Because she was the one who got Batman locked in with Bane.
yeah.
If you don't
and
have her, then that doesn't set up the rest of the movie to happen the way it does.
Not only that, she gets the fingerprint that causes Wayne to lose his
that
millions
was
of dollars.
I like that. That was interesting.
There's like espionage, corporate
Yeah,
espionage
yeah.
going on.
Yeah, so literally without Catwoman, you don't have the full storyline. But I didn't really like her when she wasn't doing those kind of things. Like I didn't think she was great.
What'd you think, Danny?
I thought she was good.
I thought she was good, too.
That's my problem in the movie. Everyone's kind of good. No one wows me performance wise, and like I attribute that all to like the writing, which it didn't feel as snappy or as interesting.
No, it really
as-
wasn't.
as
Yeah,
the
I
last
agree
two.
with that. I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to make like I didn't enjoy. I really did enjoy this movie. I do like it. And
Another part of the movie I didn't really like is like how big it was when like dealing with the whole
big.
city
We
of
got back to
Gotham.
it being big.
Yeah, because like it's all the explosions that go off, and I still don't really buy like the the whole football stadium thing, like ground going on it. That just feels like so indulgent in just making a big spectacle, special effects type thing that I don't really like it that much. I mean,
It didn't really
okay.
have a super good point to it. Like
Yeah, it's just that he
That
was
whole-
destroying it to like make a point. I
that
guess.
whole speech thing, he could have done like on a news station.
Yeah,
and-
or he could have shown up there. He didn't have to blow up the field though to do it.
yeah.
Like the fact that he blows up the bridges so no one can escape. All right, that makes sense. But why blow up just the field? Which is
I thought he was
weird.
going to take down the whole thing.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
I
as
thought-
opposed to just
honestly-
like I'm killing all the football players.
That's what I thought he was going to take down the whole, because he blew up the mayor's box.
Yeah, you blew up. The,
So that's why, like, the mayor being there, I was like, this whole thing's coming down.
I like how Heinz Ward was the only one that lived.
yes, football player. Yeah, on the Steelers.
Who?
Is he still on the Steelers?
Yeah.
He's a Steelers
retired.
receiver.
Retired.
Oh.
Yeah, they filmed it a while.
I don't know this foosball thing.
Yeah, foosball.
So what everyone give it?
Do you want to get into the numbers?
We're going to get into
Yes.
the numbers? All
Yes,
right.
Alright.
bring that up.
What do you want?
Um,
What do you want to give it, kids?
I gave The Dark Knight a
All right,
6.5.
you're taking so long though. I'm gonna give you mine. 5 stars.
5.
Good, not great, but good. A fitting ending to the trilogy.
Good, solid.
I'd probably give it a 5.5.
Yeah, I'm going 5.5 as well.
All right. Yeah. There's nothing really wrong with it, but there's nothing that wows me either.
Right, and it wasn't as good as the other two, so I can't give it a 6 or a 6.5.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and watch the first one again.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, it's nice that they tie things in, and I'm a big fan of Talia al Ghul, so it's nice that she gets in.
All
there.
right, well, I'm actually going to leave this podcast early. Leave you guys to close it out here because I have a dinner date to make before the restaurant closes.
All right. Well, goodbye, and thanks for your review, sir.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
It's been a pleasure.
Enjoy the podcast.
say
Sorry
it's
I
a-
have to leave, people.
I would say it's a pleasure, but I don't think it really was. Ah.
No, it really wasn't. Me and Danny didn't get along today.
Yeah.
All
All right. So also, Kimball, did you you weren't confused at all except about the Talia thing? That was the only thing that confused
Pretty
you?
much.
Yeah. What did you think of Bane?
I didn't like his voice.
You didn't.
I had a strong issue with his voice. Oh, here's Charlie.
I loved his voice. I thought it was good, except for the opening scene, like Danny said.
Yeah.
Or, what was the opening scene? See, because I
They kidnapped the physicist, the doctor physicist.
that was the
Pavel.
guy that
Yeah.
they had at the stadium.
Yeah, when
See,
they
I
broke his
missed
neck.
that because I was like, we were watching the previews. I'm like, I'm gonna go pee.
Oh, so you missed the
So I
beginning.
missed like
Oh.
maybe a couple minutes.
It's not that great of a scene. I mean, they pretty much like hijack a plane in midair, and then like they take that doctor away.
Yeah.
and then they blow
It
up
was
the
pretty
plane.
neat though how like they had him like hanging out the plane and like
Yeah,
he was like,
it
why?
looked cool.
Yeah, he's like, why would you shoot him before? He was like, if you're just gonna throw him out the plane.
yeah,
What? So the thing on Bane's face.
yeah.
Well, now
That is there because apparently he got when he helped young Talia escape, he got beat up real bad.
Yeah.
So like he's always in constant pain. So that like numbs the pain that he has.
So it's just like a morphine drip.
Yeah, it's like a morphine drip. Like in the comics, he has the drug Venom. So when he takes the Venom, he gets all hulked up.
Yeah.
Like almost.
See, I was
So,
a little bit
I-
because I kind of expected that.
Yeah. I actually liked that they kept it more realistic and he didn't hulk up.
Yeah.
Like that was cool to me.
I
That
don't-
they kept it realistic. Like when he punched the wall, that was pretty cool.
Like when he just broke it.
Yeah.
Now, what did you think of the fight scene between Bane and Batman? Like when?
The initial one where he breaks his back.
Yes.
That was maybe my favorite part about the movie.
Really?
Was them two just going at it and like Batman's just too weak to take him on.
Yeah.
And in my theater they actually when Bane held him up and then brought him down on his knee and broke his back, a couple of people started clapping because that's like directly from the comic. I think it happens in the end of Nightfall is when his back gets snapped like that. But not the end, but in that storyline, and it's like directly from the comic. Like, so people clapped about that. I felt that was really awesome because Charlie turned to me when that happened. Was like, "Hey, why is everyone clapping?" And I was like, "It's from the comic book. It's from the comic book. Whatever."
Yeah.
But so I like that. And there's a lot of allusions to like old Batman storylines because the thing with like the nuke really reminded me of Batman The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller, and then the whole No Man's Land storyline where they're like walled off was cool. And then it's also very heavily influenced by Tales of Two Cities, and I've heard this in interviews before. Christopher Nolan said how he sort of took Tales of Two Cities by Charles Dickens and incorporated in that, and you can see that in basically the scene where the prison gets let out and like all that.
Yep.
That's like almost like Bastille Day, where like the prison was like freed and all the prisoners went out, and then it ushered in like the French Revolution type thing.
Yeah.
And then they actually have a quote at the end where Gordon's reading at the funeral for Bruce Wayne. It was like, "'Tis a far better thing I do," which is directly from Tale of Two Cities. So,
What was the reason behind them going with Two Faces like being a hero at the beginning?
well, as I mentioned, The Dark Knight, like they wanted, like Harvey was like the face of like
The crime, yeah.
of,
like,
no,
not
he was
crime.
the face of like fighting crime.
Yeah, right.
So like they didn't want to besmirch his name, or if they besmirch his name, like when he captured all those like gangsters, it was like 700 or whatever, like they're still in prison since he did that. So like they felt if it turns out Harvey was wrong, no judge would hear the case, and they'd all be let back on the street.
Really?
So they don't want to dismantle all the work that he did when he was Harvey Dent before he became Two-Face.
right.
So like they even have the law, like the Harvey Dent Act is named after him, that like helps clean up the streets, and also like they don't want people to lose hope, because Harvey was their hope, and if that people found out he was corrupted, then people would like become way too hopeless. So that's why Batman like took the heat for it, because he can,
Right.
as they say like at the end of The Dark Knight.
Right.
So yeah, so I liked it. I didn't love it as much.
What did you think of that whole scene with
The cops fighting, or
No, back when he's in like the prison cell there, and like, you know, he's got to heal his back and rework out.
yeah, I mean that was okay. I felt it was kind of weird, because
it doesn't take place in like the city.
Yeah, and also like he doesn't, like nothing really happens in Gotham without him, and except like the first initial thing gets taken over. But I mean he's sort of out of the movie to a degree. He like just doesn't show up, and then like Michael Caine doesn't show up really at all throughout that whole section, which is weird that they just like dropped Alfred from like the storyline.
Yeah. Has that ever happened in the comic books?
What, not focus on Alfred?
Well, have like Alfred like say like I'm out.
Yeah, I think it's happened before where he's like, "You're going too deep, Bruce. I can't follow you down here," or whatever.
Right. So you didn't care for that whole scene with him working out and like how he's got to be like,
No,
he's not afraid of dying.
I thought that was fine. It just seemed a little too long, like too much.
Really?
'Cause
So it was a long movie. Did it feel long to you?
a little bit. Like,
Really? See,
like
I didn't get it at all.
really.
And I'm shocked because was
Yeah.
it like 2:45 something like
Yeah,
that?
2 hours 45 minutes.
I'm
yeah.
I didn't get it one bit.
Yeah, I felt it when like the snow showed up in Gotham.
Yeah.
like under the whole like tyranny of Bane or whatever. Like that whole section felt a little slow to me a little bit, and I had a problem with the bat, like the flying thing.
That looked like a wasp or something.
Yeah, but they called it the bat.
Yeah.
Like it like the action with it wasn't as interesting to me as when he had like the Batmobile and he was like driving through like the city in like the other Batman movies.
Yeah.
It's like I felt it lost a little bit of the
Why,
the
what could it-
excitement of those chase sequences.
What
in
could
the
have they
car.
done differently?
Just not had it. I didn't
Oh,
like.
you didn't like it at all?
Yeah, I didn't like the design of it. I didn't
like the design of it either.
Yeah, and it looked like it would not fly.
No, it definitely did not.
Yeah, I mean, it had like the spinny things on it, and I guess maybe it could, but yeah, it felt like it was too big and bulky to be like flying around the
Yeah.
city. Yeah, and it wasn't. It's like
And
it's such a big thing. Like, how was nobody like take care of this thing flying around a city? Like,
Yeah.
no one would be like, "Hey, stop this!"
Right.
Like a car, I could see that it could like hide in alleyways and stuff. And like, since Gotham's like a tiered city, it was like all the underground roads and stuff and tunnels. Like that makes sense. But it flying around in the air, I didn't really buy it. So that was my main thing that I didn't like. I didn't like that thing flying around.
Because they used it quite a bit throughout the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, I didn't. So I didn't like that, but I did like the scene where Bane took over the stock exchange. That was pretty cool.
sweet.
Yeah, and then they all drove away on the motorcycles and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
that was a great scene.
Yeah, and like that's the stuff I think. Like those chase sequences is what was missing with the bat flying thing.
Now the guy who was partnered with Bane at the beginning.
Yeah.
Who was that guy?
That was Daggett was his name. I forget his first name, but yeah, he was like one of the board members for like the Wayne Corporation. So he pretty much wanted Bane to come in and like so they could steal Bruce Wayne's like shares of the company and then take the company over. But like then Bane was like, "Oh, I don't care about you. I don't need you anymore. Like we already took down Bruce Wayne." So then he just kills him. Because like Talia knows who Batman is because like Ra's al Ghul knew who Batman was. So, but yeah, it was enjoyable. But I mean, it wasn't mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about seeing it again this weekend, like before I went and saw it, and then once I saw it, I was like, it's not good enough to see it again. Because like the Avengers I saw twice, but the Dark Knight.
So you think the Avengers is way better?
Oh yeah, I thought it was definitely better. It was more exciting. Like I'm a big fan of dialogue, which is why I like the Newsroom, is because it's like all dialogue driven.
Right.
Which I like. Maybe when I was younger I used to like action scenes a lot more, but now I find that like the dialogue scenes is what I really gravitate.
See, I think I'm kind of split. I like a bit of both.
Yeah, I mean I like good action scenes, and like I said with the Bat, we lost a lot of those good action scenes.
Yeah,
but I mean there's still some nice fights, like when Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character is like trying to free all the cops, and then Batman just like jumps down and just like takes out like 5 guys.
Yeah.
Like it was shot a lot better, the action, I thought, when Batman's actually like punching people.
One of my issues though with him fighting, he just seems so slow.
He does a little bit, yeah. Well, like especially when people have guns out, you think like they'd grab it.
Yeah,
quicker.
he just seems so slow.
It's like boom, boom.
Yeah. Like it just. I don't know, like, I think it's just because of his suit and it's kind of constrictive. I'm thinking, like, he's going probably as fast as he can go. It just seems like...
Well, also, I mean, since it's a movie, they don't want to actually hurt people, so...
Yeah, I mean, it is fake, but, like if you see some, other, fight scenes, like, between...
Like in the Bourne movies?
Yeah.
Bourne Ultimatum has that great scene where he, like, jumps, like, through a building and, like, they're fighting with the guy on... And he, like, hits his head into the sink.
I mean, that's a perfect example. The Bourne movies, how they bring in like the outside elements into the fight scenes and stuff.
Yeah,
it's just crazy, and like they seem quick, fast paced, and like it just
this felt more like a martial arts like type thing where it's like, oh, you take that. Oh, you take that.
kind of. I think it's just that like he's in the suit and like he can't do. He's restricted by the suit.
Yeah. But, I mean, you probably don't remember it begins, but there's a scene at the beginning where he sort of, like, drops down from the ceiling and stuff and take guys out. And like, that scene does it really well. Like, his, like, hiding in shadows, taking guys out. But, yeah, when he's, like, especially in the big cop battle scene, like, the all-out brawl.
Yeah.
And just, like, Bane kind of going at it. Like, it's a good fight scene, but it doesn't seem fast.
Right.
And like since all those like terrorist guys had guns, I expected more guys to get mowed down as they just ran across the street.
Yeah.
Like I saw like one or like I actually thought to myself, oh, is nobody getting shot here? These guys are really bad. And then like 2 guys fell down.
Yeah.
But still, more people should have died.
And the thing, like the cops weren't even shooting back.
They didn't have guns. I don't think.
I thought they had guns. I thought they just had like the regular.
No. It seemed like they just had like sticks and stuff. Like
why wouldn't they have the guns? Because like when they got
stuck on the ground, they should have kept their guns.
Yeah, like they wouldn't. I thought they see.
Unless maybe when they were underground, in order to get food, they had to give up their guns.
Yeah,
maybe that's what happened. But yeah, I don't remember seeing guns. So
I thought they had guns.
I think they picked them up after they got over to the other guys.
Maybe I don't know. Yeah, but it's just like I don't know. I mean, it was a good movie. Like I guess we're kind of nitpicking.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, it's definitely enjoyable, especially at 2 hours 45 minutes to have like no real like length problem wise. Like that.
Yeah, like I was like, because like Kristen, I know did it feel long? She's like, yes, it did.
Oh, she said that. Oh.
She thought it felt a little long. Because like I'm like very known, I think, for like movies like this movie's like way too long.
Yeah, like if you ever saw the movie Gettysburg, it's like 4 hours. You would not
Yeah.
be able to do it.
I mean, some movies like it doesn't feel long, but it is long, and this is totally one of them for me, which I thought was interesting.
That's definitely a positive then.
But I did think The Dark Knight was too long.
Really?
Oh, I felt long.
Oh. Like actually before I saw it for the second time, I thought that whole scene in The Dark Knight where he like gets the Chinese guy and brings him back.
Yeah.
I forget his name. Like, but I felt like that was sort of a little long and unnecessary, but actually watching it again and even after seeing Batman Begins, it didn't feel long to me at all, that movie, and I thought it flowed really well, The Dark Knight, which is probably why I like it better, cuz like Rises hit like a low point for me.
Yeah.
Like not really low, but it went there's a noticeable drop in like my interest, and then like it brought it back up for the finale.
So you must be worried about Robin then.
What, that he's taking over?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they're going to do that. But yeah, Charlie brought up the point. My problem is, so they make his name Robin when in actuality, the first Robin, his name is Dick Grayson. And I thought that was like, they're like really, playing to people who don't know the Batman mythology real well by
Yeah.
naming him Robin. So people are like, hey, he's going to take over Robin. But if you name him Dick Grayson, like only comic people are going to know that.
Right.
So that I didn't like, but it's not a positive or a negative for the movie. It's just a negative for me myself.
So are they gonna make a Robin movie?
No, I assumed that he was just gonna take up the mantle as Batman and just be Batman, but a different Batman.
Really? So
Yeah.
they're not gonna make it. I mean, I understand. Like,
No, I don't think they'll continue it with Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Batman.
Really?
Or something. Yeah, I don't think they'll do that.
interesting.
Like I think they'll just completely.
Because I
new.
know like what's the director's name?
Chris Nolan.
Yeah, he said he's done. I know he's done.
he's done with Batman.
But I figured they'd just bring someone else in.
Yeah, I think they bring someone else in and have it tonally completely different. Like make it maybe even more comic booky and like have them like fight like I don't know more comic.
Yeah, but if they
people.
go more comic booky, would they lose like the general audience?
They might. There's a possibility there, but I mean, I feel like by going more comic booky, I mean like adding like Robin and actually have like the dynamic duo in the movie. Because I mean, I think that might be a hard sell to people. Because that seems.
Is Christian Bale out? Like,
yeah, Christian Bale's out. Like pretty much everyone in the cast is out. Like completely like Amazing Spider-Man type reboot is what they're planning.
really? See, I would like to see the Robin role go. Like, I mean, in the comics books, is he ever by himself?
Yeah. I mean, there's solo stories with just Batman, and then there's stories where he teams up with the Justice League, and like there's always like different team ups.
Actually, that you just remind me. So they showed Batman like when he's in prison. They're talking about like some league or whatever
in what?
in the Rises with
Oh no, they're talking about the League of Shadows.
Yes. What is that?
That's what Ra's al Ghul is in charge of, and then Talia's in charge of. So those are the people who took over Gotham. Was the League of Shadows?
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So that pretty much wraps.
So that
up.
was the League. Yeah.
So that pretty much wraps everything up for me.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. So I definitely liked it. Yep.
I mean, I liked it too.
All right.
So you guys can check us out on youtube.com/addictpodcast.
You can also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/addictpodcast.
You can review us on iTunes.
Yeah, definitely do that. That's hugely important. And if you want to email us, it's addictpodcast@yahoo.com.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Bane here.